Right then, welcome back to another vid. This is a pickup. Well, kind of a pickup, a console pickup. A new addition to the collection, but one which is kind of following on from what I said last time about buying things that I really want. You know, which is kind of where I want to go. And, you know, rather than buying rubbish and settling for second best, I'm just from now on, I'm going to buy what I want. And if it's what other people like, great. If not, oh well, it's kind of what I want. And that's ultimately the most important thing. Really pleased to get this. It was, let me see, how much was it? It's a system. Have I said that already? I don't know. Yeah, it was a system, and it was funny. It was on eBay, and I was looking at it, and they wanted 100 and I think 15 plus shipping. Buy it now or in a best offer. And I sent them a few emails, and I said, "Well, you're probably not going to sell this, bit cheeky me. You're probably not going to sell it for that price. Will you accept less?" And they were like, "Oh well, yeah, but you know, I might go for a bit more than what you think." And I'm like, "No, I definitely won't." Because I'm trying to get the best deal possible for me. And anyway, cut a long story short, they had the best offer. And so I put an offer in of $70. I think it was $70. And I ended up winning it. When the buy it now was 115. And it was an automatic kind of acceptance as well. And it made me really annoyed because I thought, well, if I'd have gone in for like 50, I wonder if they would have accepted that. But still, the point is I'm really happy to pay $70 for it. Which works out at around about 45 quid. Something like that. So what I did, I contacted Stu, Ninja Bear Hug, and because he's a kind of an expert on this, and I said, I actually contacted him before I placed a bid on it, before I won it, I should say, and then before he got back to me, because I didn't really wait for his reply, because within 5 minutes I bought it anyway, but I sent him a PM, and I just said, $115, what do you think? Is it worth it? And then I kind of weighed it up, and like I say, that's when I put the offer in, and it was automatically accepted. So I quickly sent Stuart an email straight away and said, actually, it doesn't really matter whether it was worth it or not, because I've now bought it. But I'm really pleased to. Now, as it happens, he got back to me and he said, that's a bargain, mate, basically. You've got a bargain, because his copy went for about 100 quid, the one that he sold, one of his variants. That might give you a clue as to what this is. So, yeah, 100 quid, I guess, being around about $145, $150. So I've got it pretty much half price. Really pleased to get it. Now, I already have this system, kind of, but I've got the American version. And as a lot of you will probably know, I'm just, I'm too soaked up in nostalgia to take on new things. Like, well, let me just show you what it is. It's the Sega Mega Drive, the Mega Drive 2. So obviously a PAL console. Now, I've got the Genesis, and you may remember me picking it up from last year. But I don't play it. I don't play it because I can't get on with it, because even though it's the same game that I'm looking at the screen, you know, when I look down at the controller, when I look down at the system, when I look at the boxes and like the red spines and all that kind of stuff, it actually genuinely does nothing for me at all. And so it's been in one of these little plastic boxes down there for, well, since we moved in this house like 3 months ago or whenever it was. And I just can't get on with it. And I just knew I had to get the Mega Drive. And now I've got it. It's brilliant. Now, the one thing I will say is when I bought originally, or had bought for me, my Mega Drive, which was the Mega Drive 2, mine was the Aladdin pack, which I got at Christmas '93. So it's the same thing, same console, the one with the red button, or red buttons, you know, the Model 2 version. But it came, instead of this, obviously, the Virtua Racing slipcover, came with an Aladdin cover. Now, I guess the ultimate aim for the Mega Drive 2 is to get the Aladdin one back at some stage in the future, but that's way down the line. I'm not bothered about that. I'm not going to be so anal about, you know, desperately seeking that one out. This one will more than do, because ultimately the only difference is this little slipcover. So yeah, that is that. And it comes with, obviously, Virtua Racing. I guess what I'll do in a minute, I'll take the Bloggy, that Sony Bloggy thing, and we'll look at the console, look in the box, and see what kind of condition it's in. But apparently it's meant to be in a mint, unused condition, but we'll soon see. Now, it did come with 3 games. Well, kind of 4 if you include Virtua Racing, but it made me laugh because I opened up the box and it came with this as well, which is like a dum-dum stick, blue raspberry flavour. And I don't know if it's been licked before. It just looks a bit, I don't know. Or maybe it's poison. I'm not going to be touching it. No, it obviously isn't going to be poison. And it also came with these, bizarrely, Cupid's Heart Candy. So I'm going to have a word with the eBay seller, just to check to see whether it's male or female. No, it's 2013, who cares? But I'm just saying, yeah, so that's funny. Yeah, I'm going to contact them and just say, thanks. May even send them a link to this video, or maybe I won't, because you never know who they are, do you? But yeah, Came with 4 games, Virtua Racing, and these other 3. Now, these are all sports titles, but they came with it, so, you know, what can you do? And this is the first time I've held one of these games for the best part of a decade. It's crazy. And it just feels really good. It feels really good to kind of, I guess, officially be back into the Sega Mega Drive. And I've wanted to do it for years, honestly, but I guess just living over here in America, it's hard to get the PAL games. But now I can. Good times. So the first one up is PGA Tour 3. Golf game, obviously. It looks pretty decent, actually. Although, I won't lie, I'm probably not going to get into it. FIFA 95, really looking forward to playing this one. Eric Torsfet on the front, ex-Tottenham keeper. In fact, he's in his Tottenham kit. Certainly is. And then NHL 95. So, yeah, again, all 3 of them, probably not going to play. If I am going to play any, it'll be the FIFA one. But either way, really pleased to get it. But actually, seeing as I've got it here, speaking of food and this little free gifts that came with it, let me just show you what I ate yesterday in the space of about 3 hours. Because, as some of you may know, I've been eating pretty healthily so far this year. It was one of my New Year's resolutions. I always do the eat healthy resolution. We all do, don't we? But, yeah, within about 3 hours, I just fell off the wagon yesterday. I really did. And I guess to publicly humiliate, if I can even say it right, myself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I ate. So then if I watch this back, and I probably won't now, but if I watch this back, I'll look at it and think, you fat bastard. And it'll help me get back on the healthy wagon, which I've been doing really well, to be fair. But anyway, what I ate yesterday. First up, we had all-natural pop chips. Now, I know you're looking at that, and especially from that, you know, that angle, you're looking at it thinking, Christ on a bike. It's bigger than your bloody head. Kind of is, isn't it? But don't let that deceive you. I've not got a really small head. It's just that. It's just the camera angle. But this is one of these classics where you actually kind of fold it down. You get more air and empty space than you do actually crisps or chips. But they were quite nice, to be fair. I like the cheddar. And just little kind of like baked corn flakes. Baked cornflakes, not Kellogg's. Although, funnily enough, speaking of Kellogg's, that's a bit weird. The next thing I ate, not long after, was the same kind of things as these, but in a box. Special K cracker chips. These are cheese, these are just salt flavoured, like ready salted. And they were just manky, but I ate them all anyway. And again, it looks as if it's a really big box. You're probably thinking, you greedy bastard. But honestly, there weren't that many in there. There were. I'm just making excuses for my greed. Then I had a cup of tea, and I had one of these with it. Peeps. Milk chocolate covered marshmallow heart thing. And then I had, this is the last of it, which is more than enough. I had all of these. It still smells nice. Oh, you can see it. Oh, they do smell nice. Yeah, Starburst jelly beans. And I love these like a brother. I really do. So I've eaten all them. And then, funnily enough, last night, got to around about 11 o'clock, and I felt sick. I wonder why. Unbelievable. So I'm going to stop eating all this rubbish now. I'm going to have a kiwi after I've made this video. And then, yeah, healthy eating, I think, is back on target. But I really lost the plot last night, big time. So anyway, let me change the camera around, like I say, and we'll take a look inside the Sega Mega Drive 2. I'm not even on screen. There I am. So yeah, so BRB. Right then, so here we are. There's the box up there, the slip cover. That obviously easily comes off. And here we go, let's take a look inside. This is the first time I've opened a Mega Drive box since Christmas of '93. Unbelievable. So here we go. Now remember, this is meant to be in great condition. We'll soon find out. There we go, switch it round. And there we go. There we are. We've got the manual. It looks in good condition, to be fair. A little bit of scuffage going on at the corner, but not too bad. Sonic poster. I think this opens up, doesn't it, with all the games on the back as well. A load of stuff here. Sega Help Guide and various other bits and pieces. There's the Mega Drive itself. Again, bit of dust on, but it's not the end of the world. Wow. Classic. And now I love this. I know not everyone does. Some people obviously prefer the original model. You know, which I do have nostalgia for. You know, my cousin had a Mega Drive in 1990, and I used to play on it a lot. But it wasn't until '93 when I got mine. You know, that's when I really kind of, you know, took it on and bought a lot of games for it and really started to appreciate it. But yeah, I like it. Buttons all seem to be working. Good. Comes with a couple of controllers. Can't complain. There's a 3-buttoned one there, and then a 6-buttoned one. All in good condition. There's the plug. Now I do have the converter, you know, the step-up converter and connection lead, so it should work fine, although we'll soon find out. RF, is there even RF over here? Actually, is this going to work? I may have to buy other things to get this to work, but either way, I know you can get it to work, because I've spoken to people in America who have a PAL Mega Drive. But anyway, yeah, and then the last game, I'm glad it comes in its box as well. Now this is more like it. You know, blue boxes instead of this. There we go, there's a few. Well, there's one anyway, the Lion King. There's the Genesis stuff. And I just can't get on with the Genesis stuff at all, just because I'm so nostalgic. So anyway, there we are. We have Virtua Racing, which is meant to be a really good game, PGA Tour 3, NHL 95, and FIFA 95. So 4 Mega Drive games. The full collection has started. I'm joking. Or am I? No, I'm absolutely not going for a full collection. Hey, you know, maybe one day I might get there, but I can honestly swear it's not an ambition, it's not an aim. I'm just going to casually pick up games that I really want, and yeah, just really enjoy the Mega Drive again. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.